used plastic isn't just waste. It's a valuable resource that when recycled can be a foundation for beautiful plastic products. Come along with me. Right now, I'm at Semula, one of Singapore's top plastic recycling social enterprises, and it's evident to me, plastics have incredible potential, from furniture to home decor and even construction beams. They can last for decades, giving plastics a renewed second life. Yet, in Singapore, most used plastics do not reach that stage. A CNE investigation used air tags to track recyclables and found many were incinerated or dumped due to contamination, eroding trust in the blue bin system. At just 5%, Singapore's plastic recycling rate remains one of the lowest among developed nations. So, what's going wrong?
First, we spoke to Grassroots like Plastify and social enterprises like Ethel, who both upcycle plastic waste into beautiful products. And two concerns stood out: contamination and low plastic volume, which doesn't justify the collection cost. Second, among households, most people fall into four key types: the couldn't care less, the contaminators, the confused, who are unsure about what, how, or where to recycle, and the conscientious, who want to recycle but lack the right tools to make change.
That's where PlasticView comes in, our integrated policy and app solution that rebuilds trust in the recycling system. Our approach focuses on the entirety of the plastic life cycle. The policy focuses on the start, guiding plastic selection and ensuring clear labeling before products even reach consumers. The app strengthens the end, enabling large-scale plastic aggregation at the HDB or community level, led by grassroots leaders, before bulk collection by recycling firms like Garangunis or social enterprises. Together, this strengthens the entire plastic recycling ecosystem, connecting households, grassroots leaders, and recycling firms, giving plastics a renewed second life.
So how does PlasticView work? Step 1. Empowering green guides. PlasticView empowers community leaders as well as conscientious recyclers to become green guides. Green guides foster neighbour-to-neighbour collaboration, aggregating plastics from HDB buildings as well as estates for bulk collection. To further spread awareness, we also empower our green guides with flyers for publicity. Green guides can also tailor their recycling efforts to their estate's culture, organising bike-ready collection drives or setting up secure password-protected collection boxes in their shared spaces.
Step 2. Educating and engaging households. Our AI scanner helps users identify the recyclability of their items. Thereafter, users are provided with clear disposal instructions powered by Recyclopedia's data. Next, users receive guidance to the nearest bins or green guides, and our recycling visualization then shows where their recyclables ultimately end up with recycling facilities, Garangunis, or social enterprises, giving them confidence in their recycling efforts.
Step 3. Integrating firms into the plastic waste landscape. Green guides coordinate pickups with recycling firms. When plastics are aggregated, let's say 40 to 50 bottles like so, collection then becomes financially viable. And the loop is finally closed as plastics are transformed into high-quality products such as furniture and decor, which then can be sold back to the households.
As community networks expand, we plan to establish decentralized recycling hubs where grassroots leaders can manage equipment like injection molds to produce recycled products directly within their estates. This makes recycling visible and offers financial incentives for the recycling firms through product resale. Next, to ensure PlasticView's financial sustainability, we'll work with corporates or sponsorships to support their ESG goals. PlasticView collects real-time data on recyclable plastic waste and bin usage, which can aid recycling firms in obtaining various plastic waste recycling credits. Beyond the generic solutions like blue bins or existing educational apps, we offer an integrated approach tailored to different consumer segments
through community accountability, engagement, and empowerment.
To complement our app, we need institutional change to amplify its impact. Before products even reach consumers, they must be made from recyclable materials and clearly labeled to support our app's recycling efforts.
Like the e-commerce packaging guidelines introduced in 2025, our guidelines will provide industry-wide directions, focusing on guiding distributors and retailers on plastic selections and ensuring clear labeling of plastic types and recycling instructions.
First, the guideline discourages certain types of plastic, such as type 3, 6, and 7, which are rarely accepted by Singapore recycling firms. Also, biodegradable plastics and compostable plastics are also discouraged, and Singapore lacks compostable facilities for non-food waste, so they end up being incinerated.
Second, the guideline requires stakeholders in the supply chain to label products clearly, making recycling easier for consumers. Packaging must display the plastic type, using the resin identification code with the triangle symbol prominently visible. Additionally, packaging should be graded for recyclability. Optimal to recycle, normal to recycle, and difficult to recycle, with clear recycling instructions. This distinction is crucial as the presence of a triangle symbol does not guarantee that a product is recyclable. Primary responsibility lies with importers and distributors to source from compliant manufacturers or ensuring labeling. Retailers have a secondary duty, applying labels themselves or when the physical labels aren't feasible, to provide information online.
Our guidelines complement existing policies like the mandatory packaging reporting scheme, which requires producers to report packaging data, including plastic types. This guideline extends that transparency to consumers without imposing significant additional burden on firms. It also lays the groundwork for the future expansion of Singapore's extended producer responsibility framework to include plastics, and aids the social impact landscapes by helping recycling firms identify plastic types more easily, avoiding costly mistakes like mixing incompatible plastics in injection molds.
So how does it all come together? Let's walk through a life cycle of an everyday plastic product, the soap bottle. Before reaching you, the distributor will ensure that it's a Type 2 plastic, clearly labelled.
After use, scan it with our app, receive recycling information via Recyclepedia, and discard it at a collection point. After it accumulates with other residents, your blog's green guide will pass them on to recycling firms.
Even if a label is missing, firms like Semula can check it online before processing the plastics.
And just like that, a piece of plastic that would have originally been discarded is transformed into a beautiful product. This is how PlasticView brings together policy, technology, and stakeholders in the recycling ecosystem to transform waste into a sustainable future.